What going on?
You deserve it. I can touch your tickles.
What's going on there?
Cool, babe. I'm gonna tickle you. I'm gonna tickle you.
Okay. What's going on, everybody? David Middle here, and my lovely wife, Valbari, and the Voice of Autism, episode 166.
This one. Yeah. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I can't stop laughing. Yeah. Nothing to say, but yeah. I hope y'all are having fun this week. And don't you know that this month is y'all have, oh my gosh, 21 days before Christmas. Am I correct?
20 days.
Oh, yeah, 20 days. Yeah. 20 days, going 19 like crazy. Oh, my gosh. Oh, my gosh. I know it's very depressing, but oh, sorry, man. How's I gotta do it? Just to make let go your stress. Yeah. So what we did right now, I'm feeling good. Oh my god, babe. Yeah, we feel like dude. Yeah. So what we did right now is this is actually our second time to do live stream in the island.
Second time on it. That one is a table / cabinet put together.
And we had fun this week. And yeah. And by the way, we prepared for our future plans, and we don't excite too soon. We do some things we're supposed to do, and yeah. You know what? It's 20 days before Christmas. Everybody's doing their Christmas shopping right now.
Have a Merry Christmas to you.
Yeah, and do you know what topic comes into our mind?
Emotions.
Oh yeah. So what y'all feeling? What y'all seeing seeing right now is we're having fun with each other, because that's what we usually do, and that will lift their spirits up. And don't act like don't be serious all the time. Just add fun to it.
Yeah, and hang loose sometime. And Jason, say glad you got failed to tickle me. For people who don't know, one who just chatted in chat a minute ago, his name is Jason. But hey, you want to say
his name is on YouTube is official King's Tree Rail Fan.
That Jason YouTube channel. I was talking to him on here a minute ago. Me, him, and Vel were doing a video chat. And I told him I was getting ready to do the live stream, and Johnny was joking. He told Will to tickle me. Me when the live stream first began, right before I even got to the intro.
And yeah. And you know, speaking of Jay Sean, we collected memes like Thomas, the Thomas and Friends.
What me?
And yeah, that's Thomas and Friends. That's James from Thomas and Friends. And yeah, he's just cleaning the camera for you all to see. That's a meme of Thomas and Friends.
Yeah.
And we have another one that makes me funny. Oops, it's an F-bomb, but
yeah, we cast onto YouTube channel before.
Yeah, but this is my favorite actually. This Chugga Life, you know. Thomas.
Let me.
There you go. This is your Thomas, a chug life guy, locomotive guy.
Okay, I did not choose the chug life. The chug life choose me.
Yeah. He's very grumpy right here, so that represents emotions right there.
Like,
you know, like, yesterday we gave a reflection to each we reflect on each day, and we got ourselves Dr. Pepper.
But yeah,
that's our favorite drink, by the way. That's a side fact right away. Anyway, anyhow, let's go on to the serious topic. So emotions emotions help us to convey our message. You just don't feel monotonous.
True.
And you just don't feel happy all the time. You don't feel sad all the time. You don't feel excited all the time. Emotions may vary depending on the situation.
And don't bottle it up. It's always good to let it out.
Because if you bottle it up, then you're just like, it's just like this. When you keep eating chocolate every day, or you keep eating fast food, you don't have vegetables or fruits in your body, you will gain weight. We didn't mean to we're sorry if we speak like we're mean, but that's an illustrative impact on bottling emotions. It's just like you're collecting your fat, and that will affect your heart and your nervous system.
True.
So the reason why, because you don't let it out. Learn to let go. If you're angry, then get angry. If you're mad, then get mad. If you're crying, then cry. That's the true meaning of, honesty.
There we go.
That's the true meaning of honesty. That's being honest right there. Many people will think of you like you're crazy. You're not. The reason why many people nowadays are sunken into depression, and what's even worse, they got into suicidal thoughts, is because they don't know how to convey their emotions.
True. And most people they're accepting about autistic people, saying that autistic people, we don't have emotions, and saying that we don't show empathy. That's totally false. We do. Like, we do have emotions. We do feel empathy. Like, I show a lot of empathy. Like, when it comes to someone hurting, like, I get out. It might be supernatural, but I can feel when someone else is feeling sad sometimes. And some videos do make me cry. But for people who want to know why some autistic don't show emotions and don't show empathy, it's because of how we're treated. We get bullied so badly, even for trying to show how we feel. It did get irritating sometimes, to the point where we just don't want to do it anymore. But yeah.
Yeah, it happens to both of us at one point that we tended to hide our feelings, our real emotions towards them, because they would think, like he said right now, is like we weren't able to be honest enough about our emotions because on how people treated us. So we just have a mask to be like, you're happy in a mask. You're wearing a mask of happiness. You're happy. You have a happy mask. Okay, sorry about that. Happiness. Okay, you have happiness in your mask, but inside of you, you're sad. It's like you're wearing makeup. You're wearing makeup to cover your spots, but when you don't have makeup, it shows your true skin. And yeah, sorry about that. Choice of words, but if I mispronounce it, forgive me. Anyway, for me as an autistic, we are known to have no filters.
True, like we can be a potty mouth sometimes.
And people will hate us because we're just so mean to them. They think that we're mean. We're kind of bitchy. I'm sorry for the term, but it's not a bad word. Bitchy is not a bad word, actually. That's just an expression. I'm sorry about that. But yeah, we just kind of, what is this? We're just being straightforward. Well, we're very sweet. We're very accommodating. And just like the dogs are fighting.
We're not fighting roughhouses, and
They look like they're fighting.
They're not. They're roughhouses, and it's actually they're playing with each other.
Oh yeah, but
if they were fighting, they would be trying to bring up blood, but they're not.
Oh, kidding aside. Oh, sorry guys. Yeah, I felt that they're growing because that's their expression. Dogs can have expression too. You know?
Yeah, and all dogs are not the same too. Just like people, same with autistic people, but for some people don't know autistic people, we get all put into the same category. They make it look the same, with it not true. It's just that they get annoying and irritating.
And another thing that people don't understand about autistics dealing with emotions is people like us can would possibly have breakdowns. Especially we cannot take it and we cannot handle it anymore. It's just like you're carrying a large case of Coke. That's heavy for you. It's just like my experience way back then. And I've been carrying a lot of pain for 5 years within the family. I love my family though, but didn't mean to hurt, but they're still my family. I have a good family, but some things that causes me to break down. Why I have breakdowns most of the time, though I wasn't able to, first and foremost, I wasn't able to talk to them honestly. I didn't keep an open heart and miscommunications. Yeah, but I still have a good family. I love them because they develop a thick skin and they know how to be honest. And they're the reason why I am honest. And yeah, my family, they're my home country, is really honest. And they're very straightforward, even especially my twin brother. Yeah, I mean, people will get hurt because you're straightforward. Then that's depending on people, on somebody is gonna accept you. It's gonna accept your expression. If they think that they're hating on you, that means they don't have any idea. They don't know what you've been through. That's it. I know it's vague, but very vague, complicated, but we open up as much as possible here in this live stream. It's a safe space. Yeah, like for both of us, we have our safe space. We cry. Of course, we have meltdowns, and we got
autistic shutdowns. Which I actually have those a little bit more than when it comes to overwork.
Oopsie. Yeah, unlike myself, I'm a little bit I'm mostly overwhelmed. And I'm a deep thinker. They thought that I look sad, but I'm not. I'm a deep thinker. So I am so not so rude for this, but I'm more expressive, but sometimes I cannot say it properly. I could not explain it well, but I know in my mind that this is how I feel.
Hey, baby, you remember how ABA therapy did something that you might not know, that some autistics don't know, but a lot of others do, that ABA, it's exactly like love me but fear me, and it's exactly like abusive dog training. And the goal of it is to make the autistic to, ignore their emotions and try to please people.
Yeah.
With that, I define disgusting and awful.
And I realized when I make research of one of your videos, it's like ABA. I'm sorry to say, I thought it's just like they're making up stories, but when I found out that in my experience as a student of ABA in a special school that I've been for 5 years, I got shocked because when I made something wrong, then I don't have, there's a system called reward system. When you do good, they will give you something like chocolates. But when you don't do anything, you have no reinforcer, which some of the kids could be traumatized. And if you let them sit on the corner just because they made a mistake, I guess they really want to achieve perfection, that they're scared, that them to be afraid of making a mistake.
Mm-hmm. And like ABA therapy, I don't support it for what it is and the effects it causes and how it affects people, autistic people emotionally. It can be very bad. Like, for people who don't know, autistic people have a high. If they went through ABA therapy, if they get diagnosed young and went through school with ABA therapy, it gives them a higher chance of getting sexually assaulted. And most people don't realize that.
Because first and foremost, they were taken advantage by the predators because they're autistic. They don't know how to express themselves, and the predators think that I'm not being humiliated. I'm not humiliating them, autistics. Okay, it's just that I have some of my friends who got into this situation that have this friend of mine who was raped just because they took advantage of being autistic. I feel bad for her. And me, I got almost taken advantage of. I was almost taken advantage when I was in college, that to the point that they will ask you something, but because they know autistics doesn't know how to speak. But we know how to speak.
And same with me back when I was in high school. Like, it almost happened to me too when I'm in high school. But yeah, and people who support it are the parents who are just narcissistic and want their kid to be like another kid when they can't accept their kid is different and can't accept their kid for who they are.
That's exactly what I experienced. If they said I was a victim playing, I ain't. I mean, yeah, I was so happy with another company rather than my own because I feel comfortable to express my feelings to other people, especially other people who trust in me, that they support and they understand that I have a heart of a thought leader. I have this personality of being a thought leader. That will apply for advocacies, which is really important to be a thought leader. And I know there's a little bit misunderstanding going on, but still, I still love my family again. I'm a family-oriented person. Before I got here, before I got married, I value my family first, even if we're very, very a little bit of misunderstanding right there. But yeah, if this misunderstanding, like, let's say what he said, that they there's a parent that has narcissistic attitude, which I cannot stand that, because this parent wants to have this Pygmalion complex. This parent has this Pygmalion complex to see in this child to look exactly what a parent thought, but it won't happen. You can't just control and manipulate your kids. It's just like this, guys. You will let this kid, even if she or he is autistic, you will let her or him enter a let's say example, a beauty pageant, but he or she is not interested. He or she has their own passion. Let's say they have passion to be a leader, even if it doesn't run from their family.
Art.
Anything they want to be.
Technology, anything. Like, some parents who support ABA therapy with it bad, they get annoyed at autistic people who do the gymming with. I do it sometimes too, like right now. And the finger fidgeting. Like, there are things that I don't support called quiet hands, where they punish the kid for making their fingers move.
Yeah. And there are a lot of, in my mainstream school, on the other hand, they don't understand also autistics. Sometimes one time, I'm sorry, I have jumbled words right now, because this is another sensitive topic right now that everyone must be aware of, There's this in college experience. I know it's not a special school, but if other autistics will go to college, they don't feel comfortable because they were being told that this is a special school, no special treatment. I've experienced a lot of normalcy. They treated me like normal, which is okay, which is challenging, but they take away from me being autistic. They take away my autism, which is I can't tolerate that because this is me being autistic. I may be different, but I'm still human and I'm still a student, wants to learn every single aisle of progress.
Same with me.
And you ain't gonna be perfect all the time. And in college at that time, I was experienced this being what they sometimes some of this call me I'm a threat, I'm a weirdo. They call me labels, but I wasn't crying at that time. But it motivated me to work hard, and I got my first gap year 2016. And after my gap year, I came back being a full-fledged, confident advocate. When they knew and they hear about my advocacy, that motivated them. Not being rude here, but they realized that I can be stronger like them. And what I've learned here is inclusivity. There's this university in my home country that has advocated inclusivity. There's some handful of colleges and universities right there who cater autistics and other types of intellectual disability. They won't change them. They just want them to feel comfortable with themselves too.
And then there are some of those group that try to segregate us and try to keep it in where they can put it in mental hospital where they like it pretty messed up. Like if you guys know the video before my wife got here from California and from the Philippines, is that I used to rant about stuff like this and calling it out for what it is all the time because I know for a fact if we don't keep doing this, it will keep on happening. Like, reason why I do the videos and do the which of the autism video is to try to stop the abuse and segregation and the racism toward the autistic community for anybody on any side of the world. Isn't that right, baby?
Yeah. Yeah, I know it's really hard, especially in the autism community. There is also competition. If not within the autistic individuals, parents are. Parents have competition towards another parent. Sometimes they will blackmail another parent or a kid or their kid. Sometimes parent to parent, sometimes parent to kid.
That's true.
That's really the most painful moments, and sometimes, it doesn't apply to some handful of countries, but there's some countries are doing that. It needs to stop. Autistic kids have the right to fly. That's a metaphor right there. They have the right to dream what they want to be. And that's what I've realized, and I made a regret that why am I following other people just to impress them, just to make them happy? Nope.
And then you have the parents who seen their autistic kids or family members who have talents a quick way to make money. Like autistic people out there who are treated horribly by their parent and parent make money off of them like literally. This stuff does happen and it's pretty messed up.
That's really messed up for that because the parents didn't give the chance for their autistic kid to dream what they want to be. Let's say myself, I intended to be a special education teacher because in my experience in my special school that they lack of education about ABA. ABA is not bad, and at the same time, ABA needs proper practice.
We
don't blame ABA, but we blame people who make ABA put in the bad light.
Baby?
What?
You do where like ABA is actually bad. All ABA. They did try to make it look different to cover it up.
If that's so, and the treatment amongst autistics, the treatment of by the parent towards autistics, that's it. It's not for ABA. y'all not gonna tolerate normalizing autistics, because autistics are really like this. That's the way they are. This is the way they are. I mean, we ain't gonna push too much buttons. That's a metaphor. You're not gonna push too much buttons for people with autism, because they have their own life too.
That's true.
No matter of fact, give them a chance to express.
And yes.
And another thing is, it's also based on our experience that we shouldn't be treated like kids anymore, because we ain't kids anymore. Especially both of us are married.
That's true, and also, autism do cause autistic people to have emotional problems as they get older, like PTSD, and a lot of other stuff. Like, it does affect our emotions, and for people who don't realize, ABA therapy can actually cause a lot of problem. Like, it can cause depression, being nervous, have anxiety, and that can be caused by ABA therapy for autistic people. I do notice it in you, baby. I do. You know, when you get nervous sometimes.
Yeah.
That the effects from ABA therapy.
And that made me like, it may not be diagnosed, but I've realized that I don't want to lie, that I can see signs of in me having anxiety, social anxiety.
Well, let me pick up Runaway and bring him over here.
Because first and foremost, I don't know how to talk to people, especially when I got into mainstream school. When I got into mainstream school, I don't know how to talk to them, because
Look,
Runaway's here.
and do our rough housing.
Yeah. And anyway, we're talking about my experience, like being nervous, yes, resulting of social anxiety. I was able to talk to my classmates in the mainstream school. I was high school and grade school together. But I was thinking one day that I hopefully find the good place. I could have a place in the world that they would understand me for being autistic. And I took time, like talking to people online. I know there's Facebook. I don't know there's Facebook before.
And on dating websites like that, how me and you found each other.
And yeah, I feel like expressing myself, like prior to meeting you, I talked to other people, to other guys, but
I did to girls.
But that's really part of life. Before we got into each other, we bumped into each other. Like, it's really part of life that you talk, you open up. You don't just hide it up. I'm good at hiding, but yeah. But when we got together and when we got each other, I was just being hesitant at first, because my family, my parents are control freak, but I love them. Okay.
That you can say it out loud.
I love my parents, but sometimes they had a feeling that they're controlling too much. Down the line, they're across the line. That's it.
It's okay.
I won't be ashamed having you,
And I won't either.
Yeah, because there's one thing that a real parent supports their child's dreams. You don't force them into something that they don't feel interested in, committed to. Because let's say, example, marriage. Marriage, honestly, to me, is the most scariest commitment that we encountered. And especially to me, being a student, and we just started building ourselves. Bless you.
That would not that. I had a burp the wrong way down.
Oh yeah, like going back, like marriage is probably, when we got married, I felt scared and hesitant, and I feel anxious about it, because this is a big responsibility. Yeah, many people misconceptualize that being married is being too excited. Okay, yes, but don't forget that you have a responsibility.
Yes, that is true.
Like
We both do.
You have to work for yourself first before you get married, and you have to finish college. That's my advice to myself, supposedly. But there's someone who's gonna give some credit just to impress them, just to make them happy. You have to do it for them. But I made a wrong move. I'm okay being with my being with the love of my life, but not on the timing is just wrong. See, now I'm jumping about that, but I felt overwhelmed about it because the timing is wrong. But we're here. We can never take it back anymore. We cannot redo it anymore. Our feeling right now as married couple is we are very, very anxious about it. We're both anxious, but at the same time, we have the chance to adjust. I know it's very nerve wracking, but pray for both of us. Keep us in your prayers that both of us will be moving forward together. And baby, I will open up to you right now. I mean, I'm so sorry to open this up to you because this is my way of expressing my real thoughts. And I wasn't able to say it in the message and our vows, but this is the best time for me to express my true feelings to you. And I'm sorry that I was a bit scared to love you.
And okay. Well, autistics are because it go back to AB therapy, you know?
Yeah.
That's where it come from. Well, right away, Dewey, settle down.
Anyway,
and wait to play. Go way down. Sorry, the dogs.
Yeah, dogs really do that, but yeah. But currently, what we're feeling right now is we're a little bit stressed out. It's normal to newlyweds, but we got married. We're happy that we found each other, and both of us were being supported by our family and friends, even if it's a little bit rushed. But yeah. It motivated us to move forward together and literally start ourselves building up each other. And yeah. And how about you? Do you have to say something?
It seemed to like the only reason why we would rush because the date of your chatting here to you running out.
But prior to that, I originally gotta go back to my home country for have myself checked for are having a vaccine for COV, because in the Philippines, I mean, I really advise myself not to get married first because this is something that involves psychological commitment and everything. But because if that marriage thing the wedding thing didn't happen this year, we would have wait and save money for the big marriage so I can invite my family to come here to the US. But like what he said,
we can do a revow.
Yeah, but
it'll probably be better to do it in a year from now once the COV go down and once everything's all quieted down again. Because 2020 been a crazy year.
I know.
And right, babe?
Yeah, but babe, remember you have to save up again.
Yes.
And you have to probably I have also a commitment to, I told you this too, but I have a commitment, I'm hopefully gonna go to college first. That's my promise to my husband. I will feel happy if I will go on college and for a bachelor's program. And my promise is to him is I'm gonna graduate bachelor's, and then that's the time that we can renew our vows.
And we'll do it in a way that everybody will be able to see it.
We cannot. There's this thing, babe. Everyone's a witness. Those who watch this live stream, everybody's a witness here. We ain't gonna do renewal of vows until I graduated college and we are stable enough to invest for the renewal of vows, and we are psychologically committed once again. And how about you? What's your promise?
That I would keep working hard, save up money for our tiny house.
Maybe for renewal of vows?
And also to get my journalism off the ground before I can start making money that way, because I'm working for Walmart right now part-time at a car pusher. I'm doing that to help save up money for a tiny house for me and my wife.
And I was praying that one day, if both of us would be in a tiny house, I hope we could have. I know it happens if we have conflicts, but I hope we have a safe. This is a safe place for both of us because, um, to be honest, we realize that not all autistics could end this way. Could end up in marriage. Some will really cut their relationship because of their differences and conflicts of interest. And what we feel right now when I heard about tiny house is the most scariest thing because this is a huge responsibility. And what I feel about being here is honestly I'm homesick because I just miss my home country and I just miss going to school. And that's my promise to my husband and to my in-laws, in which my mom didn't understand that it takes time, it takes emotions for me to please the past, to technically to convince the pastor to be given a scholarship, which he knew that from the start. And yeah, I will be the happiest person that this would be the greatest gift I could give to my hobby. That I graduated college and how about you? What was your feeling? How are you feeling when you're thinking about transitioning to having a tiny house?
Well,
Be honest.
I love being independent, and I want to show you how capable I am of keeping the house clean and working hard for my lovely wife. But yeah.
Yeah, I feel right now when I go to tiny house, this will make us feel independent too. Because people sometimes within our family didn't believe that both of us can be independent until we showed them something. And we feel aggravated because they didn't give us a chance to show what we got. Yeah, it's normal for us to be aggravated because we want to speak up, but we didn't doing it, right? So, yeah. So have you learned something? Have everyone learned something? If you do, please comment and to like. And yeah, we apologize, especially myself that just woke up since 8 in the morning because I do recording for a music video. And yeah, about you, how do you feel when you're thinking about undergoing transition from staying here?
Pretty interesting, and it blew my mind. Like, it get me thinking a lot. Like,
me too.
I go deep into thinking like future, past, time, a lot. Like literally, it's crazy. But yeah.
That was the most scariest thing for me because, like I said, we live in both families during our relationship. So we weren't able to be independent at that time. And yeah. So that's what I'm sharing about. That's my relevant experience about what you're telling me right now. And yeah, we feel happy when we did what we want to. We never skip our dreams. Just because you're being married, then you stop dreaming. Nope. Don't skip your dreams.
My wife is right.
You got married because you are meant for each other. Both of you are meant for each other. Not because you were told to stop pursuing your dream. Nope. If your husband or your wife is literally making your dreams come true, then thank the Lord for having those persons. They're for keeps.
Yeah, and always be motivated and always be yourself.
Yep.
Like, if you have problem with if you're smart enough to use the internet and you have your parents who treat you like crap and put you through ABA therapy, please contact groups that can help you get away from them. And sometimes get the message after to get them help. And always stand up to them. If they threaten you, record it. Like, if they threaten you, record it and send it to everybody you know who on your side. It will help and make sure you're and stay intact, and it makes sure people who abuse you won't get any more option out of you, and you'll do better. But yeah.
So that's it.
Now, I hope you guys enjoyed our live stream. I have everybody having a great Saturday night, a great weekend, and I hope everybody having an amazing Christmas. And we'll talk to you guys later. Bye, guys.
We're good.